I want one of you to respond. Am I audible? Today, what is the enrichment? As usual, comprehension skill, vocabulary, but not too many words, grammar consolidation, effective English, mini mocks, descriptive English from Monday. Thank you very much. Vocab consolidation. When you ask the question, what is this editorial about? The editorial discusses, thanks for responding. The editorial discusses Narendra Modi being elected as the leader of the National Democratic Alliance (NDA) and set to become the Prime Minister of India for a third consecutive term. It's all about that. What is the tone of the editorial? The tone of the editorial is analytical and cautiously optimistic. Cautious means careful, optimistic on a positive note. Cautiously, carefully optimistic. What is opposite of optimistic? What is opposite word? I am sure you all know. Pessimistic. Optimistic, a positive outlook. Pessimistic, negative outlook. Let us go to vocabulary. We got this word last week, last 2, 3 weeks I have been doing related to elections. Electoral mandate, that has a different connotation. But here, mandate I have taken the literal meaning because that I have given already. Meaning an official order or commission to do something. From this we get another word form. What is it? Mandatory. Mandatory means what? Compulsory. Example, the government issued a mandate, an order requiring all citizens to wear masks in public places or public spaces. Directive, last time also I have brought this already. I highlighted the word decree, an important one. Command, order, simple words. Suggestion, request, option, simple words. Poised, an important word. For that, we also say, yes, it is balanced, composed. These are the words you have to think of immediately. Having a composed and self assured manner, ready to do something. More than ready to do something, poised means in a way ready to do something, but generally we say poised, balanced, and composed. Here I would like to give the word stoic. If you guys remember, whenever I talk about stoicism, I use words like balanced, composed. Example, she stood poised means balanced at the edge of the stage, ready to deliver her speech. Before a speech, usually a person is agitated, or there's one idiom, may have cold feet. Have you heard of this any time? Have cold feet means what? Before a presentation, you have cold feet. Means what? To become nervous. That is quite natural, 99%. And here I would like to give one more important thing. Usually people say stage fear, but you have to say stage fright, not stage fear, stage fright. Do remember. She stood poised at the edge of the stage, before the podium perhaps, ready to deliver her speech. Composed, ready, prepared, balanced. Antonyms, as I said, I've just used the word agitated, unprepared, unsteady, nervous. You can also think of the word anxious. But do remember, public speaking, not that easy. You may have cold feet before the presentation. And you have to recollect other idioms like spontaneous speech, what do you call? Extempore. And off the cuff, an important idiom. What is that? Off the cuff. And how do you pronounce this? Not extempore, extempore. Means spontaneous. Compatibility, an important word I think we have got for the first time, or maybe a gap of 6 months or so. Meaning the ability of two things to exist or work together without conflict. But generally, I give students one particular combination. What is that? Between the partners, there should be intellectual compatibility. Intellectual compatibility, an important expression you have to know. It means to have the same wavelength when it comes to thinking. Impromptu, also, you can say Naidu Paidi, very good. Example, the software's compatibility with various operating systems makes it very versatile. Versatile, generally an important word, I'm sure you all know, it goes with versatile actor. An actor can perform different roles with a lot of ease. We say versatile actor. And you have to recollect the word seasoned. Seasoned means what? Two different meanings. One meaning experienced, seasoned politician, experienced politician. Harmony means no disturbance. Congruity, an important word you got to remember. It has been given many a time. Agreement, consistency. Incompatibility, conflict, discord. When you see the word discord, you have to recollect the idiom. Two idioms. One is apple of discord, all our students know. And what is the other one? Bone of contention, cause of dispute. Effusive, an important word, expressing feelings of gratitude, pleasure, or approval in an unrestrained or heartfelt manner. You express a lot your gratitude, then you have to use effusive, part of speech adjective. Look at the example. Her effusive thanks means heartfelt, a lot, overwhelming, made everyone feel appreciated for their hard work. Gushing, enthusiastic, exuberant. Exuberance means a lot of enthusiasm. Gushing usually goes with interest, enthusiasm, but it also goes with blood, blood gushed out, water. In this context, you have to know another word, ooze. Ooze slowly coming out. Water comes out from a particular source slowly. We use the word ooze, but suddenly a lot of force, gush. Reserved, restrained, muted. But muted actually means a silent, a muted H, grammar rule. Restrained means controlled, reserved. Reserved goes more with style of speaking. Some people are social, dynamic, gregarious, also you can say, and some people are reserved. They don't talk much. And sometimes what happens, a person who is usually social and dynamic, because of a particular bad incident, may start withdrawing from social activities. Then we use the word recluse. Reserved is a neutral word, or you can say nothing wrong with that positive. But recluse, he has become a recluse after that incident. That is a negative word. Conciliatory, an important word, part of speech adjective, huh, recluse. But subtle difference is there, Naidu. Reserved is a neutral word, a recluse is a negative word. Intended or likely to placate or pacify. Pacify means what? Calm. His conciliatory tone helped to calm the heated debate, bringing the emotions or passions down. Pacifying, appeasing, all these are very important words. Peacemaking, simple. Antagonistic, hostile, confrontational. Here you have to recollect another word. You got to be careful with spelling. Enmity, hostile, antagonistic, enmity. Important words. Strive. You have been striving. All those who are preparing for competitive exams, you are striving a lot. Strive means what? To make great efforts to achieve or obtain something. She strives to be the best, means she works very hard to be the best in her class by studying diligently. Diligently means what? Diligent means hardworking and also being meticulous. Endeavor, struggle, labor, aim. But you have to remember the word endeavor. Give up, desist, yield. Here, yield means a surrender. Yield can be a positive word, can be a negative word. As a positive word, it goes with produce, agriculture. But as a negative word, surrender. And there's one important phrasal verb, give in. These are negative words. Desist, in a way, you resist something. Give up means quit. Caveat, an important word. A warning or proviso of specific stipulations, conditions, or limitations. He agreed to plan with the caveat that he would not be responsible for any costs. He agreed to the plan with the caveat that, with the order or condition that he would not be responsible for any costs. Warning, caution, stipulation, condition. Stipulation, an important word. You all know in the exam, you have to answer the questions within, very good, Durga Rao, within the stipulated time period. None. Erosion, usually I have given many a time, it goes with what? Erosion means to lose a top layer. But sometimes what happens, your confidence also, you may lose your confidence, and his confidence got eroded. When the confidence touches the lowest level, then we say rock bottom. We say it has hit the rock bottom. The constant flow of water led to the erosion of the river bank. Soil erosion, typical combination. Wearing away, deterioration, degradation. But these two words go with quality and also standards. Accretion, build up, accumulation. Cumulative, we got the word yesterday. That's all about the words from today's editorial. And today's editorial, it is about the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the third term, third avatar. It starts with the word avatar, third avatar. On a third term for Narendra Modi, the mandate, here you have to read it as electoral mandate, giving the authority to someone. And in this context, you can also think of the word verdict, electoral verdict. The mandate is for Narendra Modi to change his approach to governance. Because BJP hasn't got absolute majority, based on that, editorial opines, it is an opportunity for him to change his approach to governance. Last two terms, a particular style, had it been very popular, BJP would have got absolute majority. Based on that, there's a message. The time has come. It is time he changed his approach to governance. Elected the leader of the National Democratic Alliance NDA on June 7th, Narendra Modi is set to become Prime Minister for a third consecutive term. We all know that. The swearing in is to be on June 9th. There's one important pattern, is to be on. She is to give a lecture. They were to do the work. You have to recollect, is to give, were to do. According to some agreement, according to some arrangement, they are supposed to do that. She is supposed to do that. Is to be on June 9th. Though the Bharatiya Janata Party BJP fell short of a majority in the Lok Sabha, BJP hasn't got the majority, fell short of means below the expected or required number. The NDA appears well poised, balanced for the third term. How? Because of the support from other parties in terms of numbers and political compatibility among its partners. On its own, no majority, but because of the coalition, it has got the required number. And based on that, BJP is able to form the government and Narendra Modi to become the prime minister for the third time. In terms of numbers and political compatibility among its partners, key partners were effusive in their praise, means they praised a lot. Key partners, Nitish Kumar, Chandrababu Naidu, were effusive in their praise for Mr. Modi at the NDA meeting, who in turn struck all the conciliatory notes. He promised to strive, work very hard for unanimity in all decisions taken by his next government and underscored, highlighted a commitment to Sarv Pantha Sambhava, equality of all sects. That's what he has said. Telugu Desam Party leader N. Chandrababu Naidu, who is set to return as the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, and Bihar Chief Minister and Janata Dal United leader Nitish Kumar, two partners as part of the pre-poll alliance that won the 2024 election and with the largest numbers after the BJP, showed no ambiguity in staying the course with the BJP. Means what? They were crystal clear in their stand, in their support to the BJP party. No ambiguity, no vagueness. In staying the course with, means being with the BJP. The alliance is off to a harmonious beginning. Harmonious means is off to means start off, to begin. Harmonious without any disturbance. And it will require leadership and compromise by all parties to keep it that way. To keep it that way, harmonious, two things are required. One, leadership and compromise by all parties to keep it that way. While all partners declared their respect for the renewed mandate for Mr. Modi, it is only natural that the caveat of coalition will apply to. Caveat means what? Warning of coalition will apply to. Though they have mentioned effusively the respect, it is understood because it's a coalition, there's a sort of warning. Caveat means what? Warning. What is a warning here? They have to consider the partners at every stage. They cannot take decisions on whims and fancies, means without any rationality, and every major decision they have to discuss with the coalition partners. The BJP's numbers are higher than its own under AB Vajpayee and of the Congress led UPA governments from 2004 to 2014. Unanimity on all issues is not easy. Because it is a coalition government, they should be unanimous, the decision should be unanimous, but it is not going to be that easy. But consultations can be, and those should go beyond the NDA's partners. That means they have to respect the opposition also. Mr. Modi said he looked forward to more debates in the 18th Lok Sabha, a case that cannot be overstated, considering the erosion of parliamentary authority during the 17th Lok Sabha. 17th Lok Sabha, not too many debates. Based on that, the editorial says a case that cannot be overstated. It has to be done because considering the erosion of parliamentary authority during the 17th Lok Sabha, you all remember many MPs were expelled and there were no debates on many issues. Mr. Modi's second term had begun, had begun, which tense is that past perfect tense, with a promise of seeking the trust of all, Sabka Vishwas, as he called it. That was the tagline during the second term, seeking the trust of all, Sabka Vishwas, as he called it. That promise remained largely unrealized. It hasn't materialized, particularly with regard to the religious minorities. Exactly, very good, Durga Rao. Single day 98 MPs suspended. There was no numerical restraint during the second term for Mr. Modi because they had the majority. But during his third, his government's survival will be dependent on non-BJP partners necessitating compromises. If you look at the first term, the second term, the BJP had the absolute majority, and though NDA was there, it was not a necessity for them to depend on the partners. Coming to the third term, the BJP hasn't got the required number. Based on that, it depends on the non-BJP partners, especially two leaders are very important. One Nitish Kumar, the other Chandrababu Naidu. And based on that situation, it has necessitated compromises. They cannot take unilateral decisions. The BJP cannot take unilateral decisions. Somewhere it has to compromise. The test of the democratic spirit will be in consensus, building beyond the ruling coalition. The same thing, what is democratic spirit? Ruling party, opposition. And there should be debates. Due respect should be given. Based on that, the test of the democratic spirit will be in consensus building beyond the ruling coalition. They have to go beyond the ruling coalition. They have to respect and consider the opposition as well. The BJP, despite the setback, what is a setback here? Setback means a failure, not getting the required number or the majority on its own. It faced in the general election in heartland strongholds, especially the UP, if you take, expanded its footprint among new regions. In the case of the BJP, what happened? Its strongholds, especially the north heartland of the Hindi belt, if you take, it did not do well, especially when it comes to Uttar Pradesh. That is something surprising. At the same time, it expanded its presence or footprint other regions, surprisingly. The sentence talks about that. The BJP, despite the setback it faced in the general election, in heartland strongholds, North Hindi belt, expanded its footprint or presence among new regions and communities in the south, Andhra Pradesh especially, and the northeast, Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim also, a point Mr. Modi noted in his speech at the NDA meeting. Something negative, something positive. A fiasco, very good, important word, Naidu. The opposition too has emerged as a stronger presence in parliament. Opposition also very close, a stronger presence. This time they will have a stronger presence because of the number. The fresh mandate, the fresh electoral mandate for Mr. Modi necessitates that he change his approach to governance and politics. Earlier it was a bit unilateral decisions. Now he can't afford to do that because he has to depend on two partners and some compromises. The situation necessitates a few compromises, and also based on that, he has to change his 224 MPs. Durga Rao, very good. His approach to governance and politics. The main idea reiterated at the fag end of the editorial. Change his approach to what? Governance and politics. Let us go to questions based on comprehension skill. Read the first one and try to answer. Which of the following can be inferred about the NDA's current state? The NDA is experiencing significant internal conflicts, nowhere mentioned. The NDA partners are united and supportive of Modi, hold that one. The NDA has lost many of its key partners, nowhere mentioned. Likely to dissolve soon, no. So, what is the answer? The NDA partners are united and supportive of Modi. Yesterday in the speech, it became quite obvious. No ambiguity in their speeches. What does the editorial imply about Modi's promise of Sabka Vishwas during his second term? What is the tagline during the second term? Sabka Vishwas. So, what does it imply, the editorial imply regarding that? It was fully achieved. It remained largely unrealized, especially concerning religious minorities. Hold this one. It was only partially implemented. No. It was not mentioned during the second term. It was mentioned, but largely unrealized, especially concerning religious minorities. How does the writer view the NDA's beginning for the third term? NDA's rule, the third term. How does the writer view that? Pessimistic and uncertain, harmonious and promising, conflicted and unstable, overly ambitious and unrealistic. Positive note, harmonious, no discord as such, and promising, optimistic. In the editorial, the word used optimistic, cautiously optimistic, promising. What implicit challenge does Modi face in his third term, according to the editorial? Challenge, implicit challenge. Managing a divided party, addressing the economic slowdown, navigating coalition dynamics, and ensuring inclusivity. All the parties' stakeholders should be included. Strengthening India's defense capabilities. What is the answer here? Coalition dynamics, compromises, and one has to be flexible, and ensuring inclusivity. All the partners have to be included. What main idea does the writer convey about Modi's mandate for his third term? Main idea regarding his mandate for his third term. It allows Modi to continue with the same approach as his previous terms? No. It requires Modi to adopt a more conciliatory and inclusive approach mentioned. Same word has been used, conciliatory. It indicates a shift towards authoritarian governance. It suggests that Modi will face less scrutiny from the public and media. It requires Modi to adopt a more conciliatory and inclusive approach. Let us go to questions based on error location. While they were passing through the rainforest, they happened to see a number of deers. Where is the error? While they were passing through, past continuous tense, something was going on. That time something else happened. Then we should use past tense for the second clause. The rainforest, the phrase, they happened to see. It's a combination of past tense plus past continuous. Nothing wrong. They, they happened to see what? A number of deers? No, we have to use deer. There's one important rule, Naidu got it right, and Durgarao also. Some nouns always have the same form for singular and plural. What are the examples? Deer, sheep, bison. Nowadays they are touching bison, do remember. And three types of fish: salmon, trout, cod. This also offspring they have given many a time. Then aircraft, spacecraft. I'm writing important ones, etc. Many exams have given sheep. Nowadays they're giving bison. They have given many a time salmon, offspring, aircraft. These you can't afford to forget. In an effort to revitalize a stagnant rural economy, the bank has pumped, you can say, pumped in also, you can say, a lot of money into them, hoping that farmers will benefit. In an effort to revitalize a stagnant rural economy, stagnant usually goes with water, but it also goes with growth, development. In this context, economy, stagnant economy, an important expression you have to remember. To be more specific, stagnant rural economy, stagnant urban economy, or stagnant economy. Third part, what is wrong with the third part? Here, in an effort to revitalize a stagnant rural economy, economy is a key word. The bank has pumped a lot of money into economy is singular, We cannot use them. We have to use a pronoun it. No, 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 no. Economy, the bank has pumped a lot of money into it because here we are talking about economy. Economy, we cannot say them. We have to say it. Try to do something to improve it if you are talking about economy. If I was you, I wouldn't sign the contract without going through it. Whenever you see the word if, you have to become alert and you have to think of conditionals, you have to think of wishes and desires. This comes under wishes and desires. Easy, an easy one. Subject pronoun agreement. Very good. I do. Here, if I was you is not correct. It should be if I were you. In this pattern, you have to remember there are two key words, irrespective of the subject, were, and in the second clause, we have to use would. If I were the chief minister, I would abolish something. Were, would, you have to remember at any cost. Let us go to editorial vocabulary consolidation. These words we got yesterday. Try to get all the 10 correct. Thrive. Today you try to write the part of speech. That will help a lot in the long run. Thrive is a regular verb. What does it mean? Flourish, succeed. J. Formidable rival, formidable opponent means what? Adjective. Means what? For formidable, we also use the word daunting, uphill. A is the answer. Astounding achievement means adjective. Means what? Amazing. Amazing. Third one. Decimation, noun. What does it mean? An important word. Annihilation. Destroy completely. G is the answer. Incarceration, part of speech noun, means imprisonment. Purported, alleged, or claimed. This is also used as an adjective. Claimed. Empathy, part of speech noun, means what? Sympathy. Understanding the other person's plight. D. Eschew, part of speech verb, shun or avoid. Vendetta, political vendetta means what? Noun. Means what? Feud. You can also think of words like avenge, revenge, feud. H is the answer. Indispensable, part of speech, adjective. Indispensable, adjective. Means what? Essential. Please write the part of speech that will help in the long run. Hmm. That's all for today. Thanks for being with me till the back end of the session. Have a nice day. Have a nice weekend. I will see you guys on Monday. Sunday, the Hindu does not publish the editorial. Based on that, Monday morning. Thank you very much. Do remember to subscribe and share. All the 10, very good night. I appreciate.